All right. Thank you very much for tuning in. Welcome to another cyber death metal, whatever that is, 100% YouTube live stream on Jamie TV. Semtex has just been watching Starfleet. Excellent, Starfleet. I've not watched it for ages, but yeah, love Starfleet. And hi Audible, thanks for being here. Alright, so that was a playthrough of where we are up to now, and you will notice I've added a couple of bits. Let's just go to this view. So, where's my... Yes, here we are. Switch on the iPad mouse and move the computer mouse so we don't have any accidental premature stream ending situation. Right, so I added a couple of things. Basically, I added an organ part that I was sure would work, and on its own it sounded great. It didn't work with the choir, and then I changed it and I convinced myself that it worked, but it just didn't work. And I tried it with a couple of other sounds, and you know what? It was just pants. So I got rid of that, and I've added this sound from Magellan, which is one of my favourite synths. But you know, there's so many great synths on iOS, and I don't use it nearly enough, but that's doing this thing. Just a nice, you know, eerie, weird, creepy sound in the background behind this bit. Right, okay, then I also added this part, which is really just a sound effect, but I found this sound effect in Lisbon, one of the core gadgets, which of course now you can open as an AV3 in Adore, which is awesome. Where is it? There. Again, just an effect, just another layer of weirdness, adding to like the cyber quality of this particular piece. Hey, Mateus. Oh, yes, the Alice Cooper shirt. Yes, I'm a massive, massive Alice Cooper fan. One of my very, very favourite artists. And although my favourite band is Queen, if I could have played for any band, any musician ever, if I'd had my pick, I would have loved to have played for Alice Cooper. That's just really my thing, you know. The guy's awesome. Right, so I think that's all I added. I tidied up a couple of bits. I tidied up the lead part. And oh yes, I did add another thing. I'd got this lead part playing with pure acid, and I kind of liked it. In fact, let me just switch that out. If I unmute that and mute this one, right? So the lead part here went like this. Which I do kind of like, but then I kind of fancied trying more this kind of a sound, so I went with this, which actually doesn't seem to be making any sound. What's that about? Oh, it's not loaded up right. Do you know? This happens from time to time in Cubasis 3. Well, actually, I think it happens in all doors, you know, where it just like doesn't load up the sound. So what sound was it? Can I remember what sound it was? Or shall I just reboot Cubasis? That's what I usually do. Let's see now. If I go here, right, and I just choose something else for a moment, And then I go back and choose BA1. And I'll let it load up. Yes, thank you. Right, now, the sound that I had was in this... let's go down here. Not that one. In this synthwave pack. And I think it was a sound that I've used before, actually, in other tracks. This one, I think. Yeah, I just fancied having, kind of a very synthwavy kind of a sound to contribute to that cyberpunk kind of thing. Of course, it's loaded up too loud now, so let's just knock that back a little bit. I might change my mind again, before we end up mixing this track. But you look forward to my cover of Cold Ethel. Do you know, I would love to do an Alice Cooper cover, but I really don't think I have the voice for it. Right, so now I mentioned in the last stream that I had an idea. Right, so let me just play this section. So this is as far as this track goes. And actually, if I just put my playhead here, that takes up to 3 minutes 35 seconds. Although we're not starting at 0, because you should never start at 0. So it actually starts 30 seconds in. So it's about 3 minutes up to now. Right, so let's play from here, and then I'll tell you my idea. Which I told you last time, but you might have forgot. Actually, it's a miracle I didn't forget. Right, that lick there at the end of the... I said, hey Jade, thanks for being here. Yeah, that lick there... the acid lick there, I was thinking of echoing that on the guitar straight after. So now if I played that, let's play it on the guitar first. We'll do that first job. So I'll arm a track. I won't arm a track. I'll pick the guitar up first because I don't think it's plugged in. It's not plugged in. Let's find the end of the lead. There we are. Okay. Stick it in. Right. Now, if I can just manage to adjust myself so that I'm not twatting everything with the guitar. Hey, Mark. Popping in to say hello. Hello, Mark. Everyone say hi to Mark. Right, now we will arm the track. Okay, now, what would that riff be? Can this come this way a little bit so I can get a bit more comfortable? I think it can. Right. I think that's right. Let me listen. That's it. Okay. Got to get comfortable here. Headphone wires. Right, now am I going to be able to hear that? Well, actually, there's nothing. Yeah, I need to build a new part, so that's irrelevant, really. Right, I think we should check some tuning here. Make sure that I'm in tune. Okay, I'll do. I'm not playing them top strings anyway. Okay, so I'm going to need some drums. That takes up half a bar, right? So I would imagine if I just now let's get a better view here. Right, if I drag this part out here, and then I'll chop it to make a new part, and maybe we'll use some kicks to begin with. Maybe go. I'm set to 16, so yeah, that should be right. 16s. Yes, we like that. Okay, maybe a crash in the beginning. Where are crashes? I don't want a gong. There. And I like that one. Let's have that one. Whoops. There. Right. Right, how many times do I want to do that? Needs a roll or a fast fill. It does. I think it needs a really good fast roll to bring us into that. I think I'll look at that after when I've put the guitar riff on. Let's make sure the guitar riff works first. Right. So if I'm going to do that, maybe we should have a variation. Let's try that one. So let's see now. If I right, press select, double tapped to select all, copy, paste. Yes. Right, now if I just do this, then maybe let's have that happen for this long, and let's see how that works out. Yeah, it's not loud enough. Channel 13. Just drag it up there for now. Ooh. Yeah, okay, I like that. I think that could be good. Now, I've had quite a lot of people interested in... Oh, hey, DJ, thanks for being here. I've had quite a lot of people interested in what I did last time with the 5/4 section. So, if you saw that, what I did was I created a 5/4 section in Cubasis, even though the track is set to 4/4, and you can't do time changes or tempo changes in Cubasis 3. But of course, with a little bit of ingenuity, right? That's my big word for this stream. It is possible to achieve certain things. You can't do everything, obviously, but it is possible to achieve certain things. And so, yes, I was able to create a 5/4 section. And I've been wondering if I might be able to do a 7/8 section with this, because I kind of had this riff in my head earlier. I've been thinking about this since last week's stream when I said I'd like to echo that as a guitar riff. And so I've been thinking it over in my head. What would happen to this riff if it went 7/8? So what I've been thinking in my head is if it went... right? That's 8. That's 8 notes, right? So 7/8 would be. So maybe I think I'll have a go at doing the same riff but 7/8 after this section. So it'll go like this. And then and then I don't know what happens, but let's see if we can get to there and see if it sounds any good. I mean, it might be shit, but you know, we can try it for notes. So, right, now, if I copy one more of these over, but what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'll select, these 4 here, glue them together. Let's name this, right? So we're going to call this, what should we call this? Let's call it Another Riff. Okay, and then this one I'll call 7/8 so that as I'm looking at the MIDI I can see what's what. Right, now in Cubasis 3 it will not let you use this, right? So that I can write 7/8 the way that I want to. I don't know why. I mean, that's nonsense, really. But will it let me? It'll let me do a dash. So I'm going to have to put that for 7/8. That's very unsatisfactory, but I will know what it means. Hey, Grant. Hope you're well, dude. Yeah, right. So if I'm going to make this a 7/8 section, I was just thinking I ought to loop this, didn't I? I'll loop it around there as a starting point. Right. Now, the 7/8 bit. I'll take loop off for now. Yes. So, if I want to make it 7/8, I need to lose that kick. And then I need to drag this back here. Like that. And we need to lose that note there. I think that's right. Well, we'll soon find out. So if I want it to be as long as the last section, that would take us kind of up to here, although it's going to fall short because it's 7/8 and I have no idea what I'm going to do about that. But if I now double click, select all, copy, go here and paste that, and then double click again, copy again. I mean, I'm not saying this is what the drum part is going to be for this section. I just need some drums so I can play it in, and then I can pissy pants around with that after. Right, okay, so that leaves us falling a half bar short of whatever happens next. So that's cool. We could probably work with that. We could probably do something with that, make it work to our advantage. Right, I'm going to loop around the 7/8 section, and let's see if I can play it in 7/8. I'm going to need a count in, right? Okay. Right, okay, but I forgot about the variation. So the variation, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, let's see if that works. I came in a note early. I think I was counting in 7/8. Alright, I like that. And then at the end, maybe I'll just go because going from that A sharp riff to an A is going to sound really nasty, and we want nasty. And the riff that I think I'm going to go into next is going to be in A. So that would work. That would be cool. Now, what's it going to sound like if I take this from here? What's it going to sound like if I what's it all going to sound like together? Let's find out. Ah, now I'm playing in 7/8. Okay. Yeah, okay. I played it a bit shit, but well enough to see that that works. I think that's really good. So I guess I ought to try and put it down, and let's hope I can play it a bit better than I played it there. I'm just going to let that ring. That must be long enough. Okay. It wasn't brilliant. It wasn't superb. Let's just see if it's enough to work with for now. It's a bit shameful, really. I think I'm going to do that again. I'm going to do that again because, well, just because it sucks, basically. Oh, I think we've got a little bit of a crash going on here. Yeah, we have. We've got a bit of a freeze. Well, it's not very often that happens to me in Cubasis 3. Okay, let's just close it. Reopen it. Right, okay. It's not DJ, no. It's actually a very, very cheap guitar because I wanted a 7-string so that I could do basically I had an inquiry for lessons from somebody who wanted 7-string lessons, and I didn't actually have a 7-string, so I thought, well, I'll just get a cheap one, because it's just for teaching. And I got this Harley Benton one for £159, and it's actually very, very good. The strings on it were shit, so I've put some rotor sounds on. The pickups on it don't sound particularly magic, but they're fine for just like, the heavy distorted tone when you're just basically driving an amp, or amp sim. They're fine for that, but they don't sound like anything actually when you're playing clean stuff. And the tuners were fine until I put heavier gauge strings on, and they struggle a little bit now, I've got to be honest. But for what I'm doing, it's okay. I mean, for the money, it is absolutely staggering. The reason I bought a Harley Benton is because Vintage simply just don't make a 7-string, which is criminal. I keep telling them. Right, so I don't have any option but to do that again, because that crash has lost me that last little bit of audio. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run an ad, and while I run an ad, I'm going to save this project just in case, right? So I'm going to save a backup. So running ad now, and for those of you who are still with me, let's see now, where is it? Projects, Cybermetal. Right, that's the last backup I made. I've moved on since there, so we'll delete that one. And here we'll make a duplicate of this one. So now I can call this one backup. Common sense. Backup. Can't spell. Backup. Right. Okay, well, I guess I better try and record that in again. Let's be honest, it wasn't a good take. Okay, once again, I'll just let it ring out, because I think I want a bit of this for this next section. I want a little bit of this in the background for a while, and I'll fade it out. Okay, there's the there's the noise gate kicking in. All right, it wasn't the best take in the world, but it was definitely better than the last one, thankfully. Okay. It's good enough to work with for now, in any case. Right, I'll drag that back a bit. Now, my idea for the next part. So obviously, I've built something here, and we need another guitar. We need something else happening here. We need a bass. I've not recorded any bass for the whole track yet. But I have another idea that will follow on from this, and I want to record that to see if that works. And then I can start filling in around the two new ideas, and sort of try and make it flow. So I'm going a little bit progressive with this. I hope that suits you all. So it's progressive cyber death metal. Yes, new genres being invented as we speak. Right, unarm that track, unplug this guitar. Don't fall over. Right, now, the reason I want this guitar on for this bit is because it's a clean bit, and this just sounds a lot nicer clean. I can just get my guitar off of my headphone cable, that would be nice. Right, now for this one I want this Numbrini amp, this double reverb amp, which is just magic. I just like looking at it because it's wonderful. Right, now I started this track off with this riff that went like this. That's where the idea for the whole track came from. A riff I accidentally discovered. So what I was thinking earlier was, what if I turn that into some jangly chords? And we could have a very different section come in here. Not sure about that low note actually for this. I think that works better when I go up first. That's Opeth, is it? Really? I like that. Right, if I play that through twice, and then we want, I don't want this to go on for ages, right? It's just to have a nice different sort of, a softer section, a very different section, and I want it to climb or descend perhaps to a point where the riff on A is going to sound great kicking back in. So let me think. What am I playing here? That would work. Next natural note after that is an A. Right, okay, so let's see if I can assemble this. Right, I think that would work. I think I'll double up that last chord just to increase, because it sounds, it's got the right kind of tension. Let's double that up before it drops back onto the riff on A. So, now, what sort of a Right, so if I'm coming out of the 7/8, I've got a half bar there. I've got this distorted guitar. Right, that needs, on that beat there, that will need, I'm just going to put a different crash. There. And we'll stick a snare on there. Right. Really, more than anything, at the moment, I'm using the drums as markers, just so I know where I am. I can fill that in later. Now, if that is going to sustain like that, if that came in like, let's hear a bit more of that riff. Like that. Okay, now, what about the tempo? What about is that going to work with? Oh, I've still got the metronome sound set to the last sound I used when I don't know if you saw it, I made a little, a short, a 1-minute video about the metronome problem in Cubasis, because sometimes people activate the metronome and don't hear anything, and I just made a short video about what the causes and cures might be for that. And so I was also demonstrating at the very end of that video that you can change the metronome sound. So I just flicked through a couple, and I left it on this one, which I really don't like because I can't hear it. Let's put that one on. There we go. Right, yeah, okay. I can do that to the metronome nice and roughly. And it will be rough because just for now we're just putting it down just to see what's going to work around it. You know, does it actually work? So I'll record this one in then. Okay, that went reasonably okay. It's slightly sloppy playing, but I think I feel that works. I think that's pretty cool. So I think what I should probably do now is put the guitar down, and do you know I didn't check the tuning on this guitar, did I? It sounded alright though. Yeah, fortunately I think it's alright. So now I've got something to work with. I think I should put the guitar down. Right. Just put my cable over there. All right. Okay, so I'll get a bit nearer. Right. All right, so what's going to happen over this section then? Let's have a listen. I think the choir should definitely come back in over this section. I think I should also make some effort to keep the rhythm the same through each bar. But anyway, so yeah, I think the choir would sound good coming back in over that. I'm wondering whether to lose the drums in that section or just keep the drums really basic. Maybe the bass could have a bit of room to shine in that bit. The bass could have a little wander around, perhaps. Yeah, right. So I think what we should do is put a big fill in, as I think it was Audible who suggested. I wonder if one of those fills would suit this, like oh, let's take draw off, okay. Like right, okay, what do I mean? Right, let's put a kick in. Yeah, so we want to pick up the pace here. What if we went like this? A really fast snare roll. So that would be 30-second notes. Shame you can't paint in Cubasis, isn't it? Oh. Right, okay, so let's do this trick then. If I select, take draw off. Select all of these snares, go down here, drag them all up to super loud, and then draw, and we'll put like a more drastic. I think it wants to be a bit steeper. No, that's rubbish. That's more rubbish. There. This one down a bit. This one up a bit. Alright, okay. Yes. sticking. LR that sticking. Oh, you mean oh yeah. Can you do that? Yeah. Oh, hang on. What if I just did? Oh, what if I just did this? Hang on. A little experiment. Could be terrible. Then. All right. I think some more crashes actually. Down here. Or maybe China actually. Yeah, I love China. So. Yes. Right, now I'm going to take it back and have a listen to it going into that section. I wonder whether that would work well with toms, like doubling the riff. Like you know, we should vary these crashes as well actually. Yeah, let's do that. Let's vary up the crashes. So we'll have select that one, that one, that one, that one. Preferably keep them in the same place, Jamie. Oh. There. Yeah, okay. That just pleases me more. Of course, I've got more crashes in this section, haven't I? Let's do it there as well. Selecting. And you know what? If I press this control here, I can only move these vertically. It's quite a cool feature, and I always forget to use it. Let's make that one a China. Right. And then I was on about the. You know what though? I fancy having a play with the choir sound for this. Let's just see. Hey Leela. Don't worry. There's a few minutes left. You've got time to say hello to everyone and listen to a playthrough before I go. Bear in mind, playthrough, hang on, how long's my track now? So I'm going to need just over 4 minutes to play it, to play what we've got so far. So I've only got a couple of minutes. I'm just curious what it's going to sound like if I put the Cinematics Choir. Oh, not that one though. Not that one. I wanted the other one, which I've frozen. Right. So I might have to unfreeze that now. Unfreeze that and arm it. There we go. Right, now. So Are my chords there then? That's an interesting question. Wait a minute. We've got... Right, so that one is... I'm not entirely sure I worked that out right. Right, okay. I went up, didn't I? I went up first, so... Forgot the chord now. Ah. Oh, yeah. Right, okay, so... It's not A, G, and F. It's A, G, and B to begin with, and then F. Strange chord. Right, yeah, okay, got it. Alright, I've got to work them chords out just right, but that's going to sound mega. Right, I'm very, very happy with what I got done today, and I'm very, very grateful to you all for joining me because, just because it's cool to have friends around whilst I'm making music and, contributing and chipping in, and a decided lack of taking the piss out of me actually this evening. Anyway. Jade is on in a few minutes, and I've set up a dump to get you over to Jade's stream. So all that remains for me to do for today is just to take this back to the beginning and give you a playthrough, and I will play you out with the track. Thanks ever so much for being here. Really, really appreciated. I will be streaming on Friday for patrons. That will be 12 o'clock UK time. And the disco track I've been making with the vocoder is very near to finish. We'll be looking at sort of finalising sounds and mixing basically this Friday. So take care of yourselves, be kind and be good people, look after the planet, look after yourselves, and do try not to piss your pants about. See you later. Play. Thank you.